The American auto industry is facing an unprecedented crisis as German luxury brands Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and Audi announced their withdrawal from the U.S. market following the Trump administration's aggressive tariff policies. The shocking move comes after President Trump imposed a 25% tariff on all imported European vehicles, and even steeper 200% tariffs on critical components like engines and electronics. For these automakers, the numbers simply didn't add up. Either they would have to dramatically increase prices and lose customers, or absorb unsustainable losses on every vehicle sold. With no viable path forward, the companies made the unprecedented decision to exit the world's second-largest auto market entirely. The economic fallout is staggering. BMW will shutter its massive Spartanburg, South Carolina plant that produced 270,000 SUVs annually, while Mercedes closes its Alabama factory that built popular GLE and GLS models. Audi, which relied entirely on imports, will cease U.S. sales altogether. The ripple effects will be devastating. Over 10,000 direct jobs lost, 2,500 supplier companies facing bankruptcy, and an estimated $45 billion blow to U.S. automotive trade. Even domestic automakers like Ford and GM will feel the pain as supply chains for European components are disrupted, likely leading to higher prices for American consumers. In a dramatic geopolitical shift, the German automakers are redirecting their investments to China. BMW is building a new mega factory in Chengdu. Mercedes is moving its electric vehicle development to Shanghai. And Audi has publicly stated that Asia's growth potential now outweighs the risks of the U.S. market. China has rolled out the red carpet, offering tariff-free access to its booming luxury market, along with incentives for research and development. This exodus represents more than just lost sales. It's a transfer of automotive technology and expertise that could give China a decisive edge in the race to dominate future mobility technologies. The debate over Trump's tariff strategy continues to rage. Supporters argue it was necessary to force automakers to build more vehicles in America, while critics point to the catastrophic job losses and unintended consequences. What's undeniable is that the U.S. has lost its position as the world's premier luxury auto market overnight. The factories closing today represented decades of investment and thousands of high-paying jobs that may never return. As the global auto industry undergoes this seismic realignment, one thing is clear. In the high-stakes game of trade policy, there are no winners, only survivors. The full consequences of this decision will unfold in the coming years, but the American automotive landscape may never look the same again. The human cost of this corporate exodus is only beginning to emerge. Across Alabama and South Carolina, entire communities built around these auto plants now face economic uncertainty. Local businesses, from diners that fed factory workers to trucking companies that transported vehicles, are bracing for the ripple effects. This plant didn't just build cars, it built lives, says one longtime Mercedes employee in Tuscaloosa, where generations of families have worked on the assembly lines. Meanwhile, luxury car dealerships nationwide are scrambling to reassure customers about maintenance and resale values, as the departure of these iconic brands leaves a gaping hole in the American automotive ecosystem that may prove impossible to fill. This dramatic shift in the auto industry forces us to ask some tough questions. Was the tariff strategy a necessary wake-up call to rebuild American manufacturing, or has it backfired spectacularly? On one hand, it exposed the risks of relying too heavily on foreign automakers. On the other, we're now witnessing the collapse of an entire segment of our auto industry, one that provided thousands of high-paying jobs and supported countless small businesses. So what do you think? Were these tariffs a bold move to reclaim American manufacturing, or a costly miscalculation that handed our rivals an advantage? Could domestic automakers like Tesla or legacy brands like Ford and GM fill this luxury gap? Or will American consumers simply turn to Chinese and European imports? Let's get a discussion going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our deep dives into the forces shaping our economy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.